Okay. Perfect. Margie, I asked Yoshi if you're over there giving her instructions on how to make your time.
Yeah, here, that way, there you go. Oh, okay, with. Oh, okay, okay, that's okay, go ahead, come on in, cause we can, yeah, got it.
I think he froze.
Wow. That was 33 years ago.
A resounding
I
yes.
just cannot believe that.
Never in a million years would I have thought that I would be here. I mean, one of our favorite go. You know, how's your time? I don't know how I was here in school. And I'm here in
Hey, you gotta get in touch.
Yes.
And I'm gonna, on Facebook,
Yeah.
let me know, let us know, and I'll be liking everything.
Come on, okay. Come on, Alma, I'm going to the back out. Are you going behind us? Oh, yeah. Anytime I physically possibly can. Oh, here, I'll go a little shorter.
Right. My mom waited till she was like 70 to retire, so she's only been retired a couple of years.
Ruben.
And then she said she wants to do like 1 or 2 tours a day instead of doing it all in one weekend. But she said I thought we didn't as much cleaning as I thought.
I'll be another 10 years. You may not know.
Actually, a day to get it.
Oh, right.
Now you're like on schedule.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll come back anytime.
Paula, it says Paula. No, she's got them. Nice.
I had no idea about that.
Okay, let me know when we're ready. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're going to reconvene back after our small break. We're going to go to item 9.2, appointment of two bond oversight committee members.
So, as you were aware, we had two vacant seats from the bond committee, and we finally had two volunteers that qualified and met all the qualifications. They love to volunteer for the community. They do a lot of, they're involved in a lot of events from the community as well. I have their applications here if anybody wants to take a look at them. But I'm really excited to move this seats forward and finally have the full bond committee.
And thank you for the two that applied and volunteered their time and efforts. Can I get a motion to approve?
I motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion 4-0.
Okay, 9.3 is approval of MOU between Santa Rita Union School District and MCOE, provisions of virtual servers.
Yeah, so MCOE is going to be able to provide us free of service as part of their services to other districts to have us create a backup of our network data for recovery and disaster relief. And so we'd like to get that approved.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 9.4, approval of school plans for student achievement.
We're all distracted, clearly. Thank you. So we approved our current year's plans a little bit late this year due to the new formatting with the LCAP and SIPSA and the alignment, but we worked really hard to get right back on track with approving these plans in preparation for the new school year. So the principals worked in conjunction with their school site councils and ELACs in order to identify what their actions will be under the common goals that they share with us as a school district to address students who have specific needs based on dashboard data.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion 4-0. Mr. President, I believe we need to circle back to approve the resolutions in 9.1. Amy let us know that she didn't hear us do a vote for that. We moved into the presentation, but stopped short of a vote.
Yeah, and you're correct. Okay. It was 9.1.
9.1.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve 9.1, which is the resolutions for the retirees?
I motion to approve 9.1.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion 4-0. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy, for catching that. 9.5 is approval of agreement with the Foundation for California Community College.
Thank you. The California College Guidance Initiative is an initiative aiming to engage middle school and high school students in exploring potential career paths, both trade and college. Since we have middle schools, our middle school students will have access to this platform where they can explore through class lessons with their teachers. Also, we have a partner at CSUMB who will assist with getting this launched for us so that our students can look into what types of pathways they might want to look into in the future, know what kinds of high school classes they would need to take to set themselves off on that path.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion 4-0.
Okay. 9.6 is approval adoption of Amplify M-Class Dibbles,
Yes.
Universal Reading Difficulty Screener for grades K through 6.
Thank you again. So the state of California passed legislation requiring that all school districts adopt a universal screener for reading difficulties to be administered at a minimum to grades K through 2 beginning next school year. Our curriculum council engaged in a comprehensive review process and decided that Amplify M-Class Dibbles was the best option for us. We can test in English and Spanish. We are opting to adopt the screener through sixth grade because we know that we do have some deficits in our reading scores at this time. So we think this will be a helpful tool that not only screens, but also provides tools for intervention and progress monitoring 3 times a year.
So essentially what it'll do is it identify individuals or students where they're at. and
It
then-
will identify student skills and gaps
Mhm.
so that we can address those and help to prevent students from falling further and further behind.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve 9.6.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion 4-0.
Okay, item 9.7 is approval of a new position, warehouse/central kitchen lead, 1 full-time employee, with the modification that it's at range 29 as in the attachment.
Yes, you previously approved the job description for this position. So now we're bringing forward this item to add the actual FTE, which we will be providing adequate support and training, helping in the food service department. So yes, the position is an 8-hour to a month at range 29 on the classified salary schedule.
Can I get a motion to approve?
I motion to approve item 9.7.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion 4-0.
Okay, approval of MCAET partnership proposal for student media engagement.
So last board meeting, we brought the McCate Center presentation to you, and this is the contract to move forward for next year. You'll see that there's 3 components to it. First is the after-school media program that will work with our students directly. The second part is that district focused video production services. And so those we're creating, for example, those attendance videos that we want to produce and send out to our families. And then the final part at the bottom there is that mobile broadcasting cart that Emiliano shared with you. We would be able to roll out to be able to have students live broadcast, for example, our sporting events or any other type of event that we have. You'll see that the first part of this is starting with 1 day a week at the middle school, working with that after school program. The goal would be to expand. He needs to expand as well their capabilities for their team. But that other portions there will include the additional production work that we talked about.
Okay, perfect. Excited about that. So motion, get a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion 4-0.
Sorry. Approval of contract for auditing services for school year 2024 to 2025.
So this is just a renewal of the contract for auditing services, just like it says right there. We continue to have the services from the same auditors. They continue to provide great service. This is pretty much when they come and they audit the district, they review all of the paperwork and how we close the books. This is usually happens around September. But we need to get this ready before we get there because they start doing some preliminary work around July, June. So yeah, this is just a renewal for this 24-25 closing of the books.
I make a motion to approve 9.9.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion 4-0.
Okay, 9.10 is approval resolution 25.05.09, funding of delinquent property taxes.
So this is as well a renewal. Every 3 years, I bring to you this resolution. As you know, we get funded as well through property taxes. We don't go directly and collect property taxes from the owners. We are part of a JPA. And we have a contract with the private sector where they go and collect those taxes. In exchange, we get all of our funding on time, so that way we don't have problems with our cash flow. And on top of that, we get 10% additional for having that contract. And again, it's here for renewal for the next 3 years.
Can I get a motion to approve?
I motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion 4-0.
Okay, 9.11 is approval of contract with LD Bali for accounting CPA services for the 2025-2026.
So this is for the upcoming year. This is a renewal as well. We've been having this contract every year, and it's pretty much just to have it in there whenever we have a very difficult situation that we usually don't have. We like to have those services. We reach out first to our free resources, the county office, the state, and sometimes our auditor when it's before closing of the books. And sometimes when we don't get the answer, then we go and we reach out to the certified public accountants to provide guidance. It is for 7,000. Last year, we only used 1,000. We just like to have it open as things keep changing. And sometimes we have different scenarios just in case, but we barely really use the services. It's really rare.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
I motion to approve item 9.11.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion 4-0.
Okay, 9.12, approval of Allied Educational Services contract.
Perfect. So this is a contract for SLPAs, so speech and language pathologist assistants. So they support our SLPs in servicing students. So again, this is for 2.4, and these are continued contracts. So we've had these 2.5 people working for us this last 2 years as well. And we'll continue to recruit for positions, all of our contracts, as I've shared in previous board meetings. But I am trying to get people that are in person situated so that we have in-person services.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
I motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion 4-0.
Okay, item 10.11, our next regular board meeting will be June 11th. Any suggested future board items as we're wrapping up the year? No? Okay. Can I get a motion to adjourn? It's 7:42.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion 4-0.
Okay, have a nice evening, everyone.